Hey, good morning. How are you doing? Hopefully you're having a great morning, and thanks for streaming with us. We really appreciate it. Looking out the window, yeah, I got a window over here. You can already see the sun out there. So, I think it's going to be a really nice day. And for those of you that had spring break last week, well, it wasn't so great. But if you've had spring break this week, it is really nice and very spring-like. High today, I think we're going to get close to 80 degrees a little bit later on. So let's take a look. There we go. Here's a look at what's going on out there. You can see the clouds just kind of moving along, moving off to the north from south to north. And temperatures out there right now, it is 60 degrees. Of course, it feels like 60. There's not much wind out there. There's not much humidity, really. Dew points at 53. Winds out of the south-southwest at about 8 miles per hour. We do have a red flag warning that is in effect, and this red flag warning is in effect for western counties, Edwards County, Kinney County, Valverde County, and that's for this afternoon and this evening. And you may be asking yourself, why just for this afternoon and for this evening? Because a cold frontal boundary is going to come in. Now, it is dry out there to the west, and with those dry conditions and a cold front moving in, winds picking up, we're going to have we got the red flag warning. That means do not burn outdoors. Let's take a look at those winds for this afternoon and evening. You can see picking up, these are the wind gusts up to around 30, 35 miles an hour. And I think in advance of the front, I think it is going to be breezy as well this afternoon. We could see some wind gusts even before the front gets here, around 20, 25 miles per hour this afternoon. And you can see that front just kind of moving in tonight. So the cold front comes in this evening, and you're probably wondering, will it bring us a chance for rain? Answer is no. Our dry spell just continues. We definitely need some rainfall. We've got our drought monitor is getting into the severe index from moderate to severe. So we do need some rainfall. I just don't see any. We've warmed up to 60 degrees now. Still quite a bit of cloud cover in some locations across the hill country. Temperatures there in the upper 50s, around 59 degrees or so. All right, let's take a look at the radar. There's not much to see here, but I want you to look at something. Notice how when I put this, when it first starts off, notice how the winds, the little wind arrows, they're kind of just all over the place, right? And then you can see they're all out of one direction, out of the south in the last image there. So kind of all over the place and now out of the south. So what's going on there? Well, at night, as the sun goes down overnight and we go through the overnight period, the atmosphere actually kind of decouples. And so instead of winds being the strongest kind of at the surface, the stronger winds are at about 5,000 feet. And the surface, the lower level winds, everything kind of stratifies. So if there's not a real strong steering current or if the pressure gradient's not real tight, then at the surface they'll tend to get more variable and more relaxed and not very strong. When the sun comes up, because the ground warms up first and then things warm up from the ground up, well, the ground winds will be more like what's going on at about 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 feet. And so if I put this into motion here, notice at 8:30 this morning they were still a little variable, but now look what's happened to all the winds. They're all out of the same direction there, and that's because of the heating of the day. There's not much of any kind of precipitation to talk about, but there are some clouds out towards the west in the hill country. Still looking at some cloud cover there. All right, so this is what's going to be happening as we head into the next 24 hours. We've got a cold frontal boundary that's slicing through the panhandle in advance of the dry line, in advance of the cold front. Notice the green there. We've got some moisture coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. Problem for us is we're not going to have enough lift to compensate and to overcome a cap that's in the atmosphere. So I think when this front comes through, probably no rain for us. Now, Dallas-Fort Worth, we're in March now, so now we've got the chance for severe storms. I think North Texas could see some large hail, damaging winds, East Texas. But for us, for the most part, I think this frontal boundary is going to come through high and dry, unfortunately. We need some rainfall. We need it bad. I just don't see much of any kind of chance for rain for us. All right, so taking a look at the nation, just just because, basically. Warm, I guess relatively warm across the southern portions of the country, with temperatures close to 60. New Orleans 60, Miami's at 74. Out at LA, it's about 57 degrees. There's not much happening around the nation. That system that I was showing you in the Panhandle, not much rainfall associated with it yet, but here's what I think is going to happen as that cold front moves eastward. Again, from Fort Worth to Dallas, into northeast Texas, East Texas, College Station, you've got a chance for some strong to severe thunderstorms. Notice how we're in that real pale green. Guys at the Storm Prediction Center are saying that we might have a thunderstorm. I am very doubtful of that tonight. I don't think we're going to see any rainfall, but I think there will be some thunderstorms just east of Seguin over towards Gonzales County and Lavaca County, and then some severe thunderstorms just outside the viewing area overnight tonight. So be looking out for that. Let's see, I've got one more graphic here for you. Okay, so this is the way it kind of all comes together today. We're going to get up to a high close to 80, I think about 79. We're going to see some sunshine. Very spring-like, very nice. Notice how the winds come around to the north. Can you see that frontal boundary right there? And again, from just east of Seguin to Gonzales may kick off a thunderstorm with some stronger storms way off to the north and east and North Texas and Northeast Texas. Tomorrow morning, we'll start off in the lower 50s. And I think tomorrow, again, we're back in the 70s. I doubt we'll get to 79. I think tomorrow more like the mid-70s, around 76 degrees or so. Almost messed up there. There we go. All right, here's a look at the 7-day. Today's high temperature close to 80. Tomorrow, cold frontal boundary comes in. I'm going to knock it down a few degrees, but you know, this time of the year, these cold frontal boundaries are having less and less impact. So kind of chilly in the morning, upper 40s to around 50, kind of what we had this morning. Tomorrow about 76. And then Wednesday morning, kind of chilly, 45, but the afternoon close to 80. And then for St. Patrick's Day, how about 83, partly cloudy, warm afternoon. And then another cold front comes in, so we go back to the mid-70s for Friday, really breezy. And this weekend, I think, is setting up to be a really nice weekend. Lows mid-40s and high temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. So getting back to the original question or statement, will the rest of spring break feel like spring? Yeah, I think so. I think for the most part. So if you've got spring break this week, well, you picked the right week. Of course, you didn't pick it, but it definitely worked out for you, so that's great. All right, I'm doing the noon show today. Also, 4, 5, 6, and 10. I'm not sure who's in this afternoon. I think Bill, maybe, or maybe Bill's out. I don't know. But I know that I'm doing the noon show, and I will see you again tomorrow morning. And again, we really appreciate you streaming with us. I want to thank everybody doing that, and I hope you have a great day. Go out there and enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the spring-like weather, and we'll talk to you later.